It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. In April of 2021, Simone Biles made a bold move, ending her partnership with Nike just before the Olympics. Now, the question is, why did she leave such a colossal brand at such a critical or crucial time? And the answer lies in her desire to stand for something bigger than just a name. You see, Biles sought a partnership that would align with her values, one that would really empower women just like herself. So while Nike was the big dog, okay, it reigned supreme in the sports arena, Biles found something very, very special with Athleta, a brand under the Gap umbrella. You see, Athleta wasn't just about selling clothes. It's about empowering women of all sizes and shapes. This unique mission of Athleta sets it apart from its competitors, and it resonates deeply with a lot of its customers. So Athleta's success story holds a valuable lesson for all of us as CEOs. Just like Athleta, companies need a clear sales mission, a clear sales strategy, and a purpose to stand out in today's competitive market. By aligning their sales approach with their values. Now, notice I said that. Sales approach with their values that resonates with their target audience. You have to build that emotional connection. Well, it creates loyalty. At the end of the day, it creates sales. So what's my big takeaway for you as a CEO this morning? It's the importance of having a strong sales system or strong sales strategy. It can't be overstated. Just as Aletha's commitment was, we've got a mission just beyond sales. What's your mission just beyond selling to connect with your target audience? You do that, solve a problem. You do that, have a sales strategy. You do that, use your sales leadership, and you will see your sales not only go up, your results not only go up, but you'll also impact lives and make a huge difference, which is why you're in business anyway. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. And as we start off every single morning, we like to start off with our mantra. And our mantra is, if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Why? Because sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. And without sales, there's always more money going out. Isn't that kind of strange? Than it is coming in. So sales is real serious business. So I want you to go ahead and repeat after me the mantra that I love to do every single morning. Go ahead and repeat this mantra after me. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Let me get that cleared off. There we go. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Now, after we do our mantra every single morning, I love to go to the second part, which is really important. And this is our pledge. And I believe that every CEO should have a pledge every morning. And our pledge is learn, earn, and return. Now this mantra is not just about us. It's about the sales organization. It's about the company, just like Athleta. It's about what we're going to do, the focus on the point at hand. So go ahead and repeat after me. I love doing this every morning. Learn, earn, and return. Let me get this here. There we go. I have to learn something new. Now, repeat after me. It's not going to be elementary. This is very important. I have to learn something new. We're speaking to our subconscious mind in order to earn new revenue from current clients. That's our mission. In order to get new, that's why we show up every day, and old clients to return. I must learn, earn, and what? Return. Now, we have three objectives when we get together every single morning. We get together for three fundamental reasons, by the way. Going the wrong way. There we go. And our three objectives are, number one, sales progress. Number two, address any roadblocks. And number three, the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand to really grow and generate revenue. And then those 5 sales pillars are, number one, sales planning. Look, if you haven't did your one-page CEO sales plan, and you can hear me now, even if you're watching the replay, I'm going to encourage you to go over to www.ceosalesplan.com. Download it. It's not about how much revenue you need to generate. My 7-year-old niece can do that. Heck, she can add up how much your bills are and how much you need to make, and then she can put 1 + 1 = 2. She can do that any given day. What you need is a sales strategy, a sales system and sales funnels in order to achieve the goal that you have. So that's number one. Number two, and I'm not minimizing sales plan. I'm just saying the sales plan is going to really help you. Number two is your sales cycle. What is the journey of your clients that they go through? Number three is sales messaging. What are the words that you're using to build the emotional connection? Pillar number four is something we're going to talk about in a few minutes, the CEO sales dashboard, which is really your indicators. The indicators help drivers. And then last, you need a sales team. You need a sales team. You need a sales team. Let me say it again. You want to get to $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. It's possible you can do it by yourself. That is possible. But for most folks, you need a team. Put this in your notes, please. Success is a team sport. You can only get so far by yourself. So for those folks that tune in every single morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, welcome. So glad that you're here. Do me a favor. Look right below the video. And put hashtag I'm here. I'm just glad you're in the building. Seriously, like you're here. You showed up. You know that you have the potential inside of you to perform at a higher level. Your sales organization can perform at a higher level than what's performing at right now. Just put a hashtag I'm here. If you're watching the replay, because maybe you can't be here every morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have some prior commitments. I respect that. But you're here. No matter what time you're watching, no matter when you're listening, put a hashtag replay if you can do that. And for all the folks that are on the on-demand streaming platforms, we're so appreciative of you. Thank you for tuning in. I know you can't put hashtag I'm here, but do me a favor. Drop me a note. Just drop me a note. You can go right over there now and drop me a note at I am Che Brown and just say, hey, I'm in the building, okay? I'm here. Why do we show up every single morning? Well, CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. So you can already sell. And our big why really comes in three parts. It's about three things, and this might be the mission, goals, and objectives of your company. It's about three things. Number one, it's about sales growth. So you show up in the morning. This conversation is top of mind to you. As a CEO, you bought into our number one mantra that if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Selling is serious business. So it's about sales growth. It's about sales accountability. And it's about the sales consistency of your sales organization. If it happens to be you, congratulations. And if you run a department, congratulations, but you're here. So this is why we show up every single morning. We only ask for 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes a day is all that we ask for. That's 1% of your day. Think about it. It's 1,440 minutes in every day. Never 1,441. Could be less, but we don't want to talk about that, right? In those situations. And all we ask for is 1% of the day. So 1% of the day you show up, you and I were in this conversation and it happens. But what's our number one outcome? Why do we show up? Our number one outcome is $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. You do that, and it takes it to a whole nother level. Now we're going to get into a segment that I love to talk about, which is our CEO Sales Dashboard. And the CEO Sales Dashboard was created because there was a problem. And the problem that CEOs had every single day that I was working with is, Shay, I've got so much to worry about, so much to focus on. What's one thing that I can take a look at that can help drive my sales organization? Now, I'm not talking about KPIs, right? KPIs is for the business, right? But no, the sales organization that generates the revenue, selling a serious business is like the oxygen. Selling is the oxygen for every great business in history. And I said, well, why don't we create something? We've been talking about it for years and years and years. So finally, we create the CEO Sales Dashboard. Now, if you haven't downloaded the CEO Sales Dashboard, you can head over right now to www.ceosaleshuddle.com. Download the CEO Sales Dashboard. Some of you already got it open right now. It's an Excel sheet. And as you have it open right now, you're like, whoa, Shay, this is magical. No, it's magical. You want to get to 100. If you're serious, I'll say that, about getting to $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue, there's a spreadsheet. So there's no software needed. You don't have to hire a tech person. You can give this to your assistant. You can give this to your VA. You can give this to your business operation manager. In fact, I would argue almost that this is their number one priority every single day. You fill this out. You stay in the conversation with me. Now, some of you send it to me. I appreciate that. I make comments every time I get it. So if you want me to be your accountability partner, I'm there. Because everyone's not going to do this, okay? Statistically speaking, everyone listening right now is not going to do this. And that's okay. You're still here. I appreciate you. But here's the good news. If you can hear the sound of my voice, if you can see me now, and you can see the spreadsheet, You can do this. Make the commitment today. There's only five categories you got to worry about. Isn't that great to know? 5. There are leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. Now, I never get tired of hearing this. Now, if you heard it for the first time, congratulations. If you're hearing this for the 100th time, congratulations. Now, let me go deep in each category if I can quickly, just so we're familiar with it. But here's the deal. You will go across to today's date, and I want you to plug in the number for how many leads came in, and then how many were new leads to the CRM. And then look at the results for yesterday. Then look at the results for the last 10 days. Then look at the results for the last 30 days. Some of you have been with us for several months. Look at the month over month lead and see what that chart looks like and what adjustments you've made just because you were in the conversation. And the number one distinction that I teach is what gets measured gets managed. So just the fact that you're measuring it, you now can manage it. And when you manage it, it will get better. So the CEO Sales Dashboard. Now, I'm going to go ahead and walk through at least the category number 1. Sometimes I'll spend about a minute or two going deep in one area. I'm going to go deep area in probably the most important area on this whole chart, and that is leads, because nothing happens without a lead. Now, inside the CEO Sales Dashboard, once again, here it is here. Some of you are already downloaded it. You can go to ceosaleshuddle.com and download it. Once you have it, then you look across the top. This is the number one tool in the world, the only one that exists. We created it. I'm not bragging, but we created it for CEOs to manage, measure, make better their sales organization. There is no other tool on the planet that exists like this at all. It does not exist. I'm glad you're here. Please, there's no cost. There's no credit card needed. I'm not going to beg you to go get it, but I'm going to tell you one thing. If you're serious about getting to $100,000 a month, you have your team fill this out. And if you're a CEO right now, you've got to sit down for 15 minutes and you've got to focus 1% of your freaking day and get this filled out and then make the sales decisions for the sales organizations as a CEO before you get distracted by everything else that's going to cost you money. Everything else is going to cost you money. That I'm going to ask you to slow down and then speed up. I'm not going to do this every day, I know, but I'm just that passionate. And I've seen what the results will do for my best clients. Okay, here we go. Let's look at this couple categories. You can change them. Under leads, we know nothing happens without a lead. So you're going to look at how many new leads went into the CRM system yesterday, the last 10 days, the last 30 days. Some of you are looking at the last couple months that have been with us. Then number 2, how many leads were engaged yesterday? Engaged means they opted in. I don't know. Maybe engaged means you sent an email out and they responded back. Maybe engaged means you were speaking on a stage and they texted in. Maybe engaged means you did something on social media and they all DM'd the word sales or whatever it may be. Engaged leads are folks who've done something in the last 30 days because we know those leads are more important. Some of you have hot, warm, and cold leads because you've done some advanced stuff with me. And then there are referrals. Now, the reason I have referrals on here because I hear inevitably when I say, what's your number one lead system? You know what people say? Referrals. I'm like, duh. If you just do your job. You did nothing else but your job. And someone says, hey, this person does a good job. I want to refer you to them. You need help. They can work with you. Well, yeah, I see why that's a good lead. But let's track how many referrals are coming in. Now, you can look at how many referrals come in just because you did your job and someone just gave you a call. We call that a butterfly referral. That means they just flew into you, landed, and said, someone referred me to you. I'd like to talk to you. Fantastic. And then there are referrals that we go out and get. So there are butterfly referrals, and then there's underneath that is called the hammer referral. The hammer referral means we went out and we're kind of just chipping away, and we're asking for referrals. Who do you know that needs a sales team? Who do you know is interested in more sales? We're out there asking. So you want to track that, okay? What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. Which gets better gets you results you're looking for in your life. Then underneath that are qualified leads. Because again, at the end of the day, nobody wants to talk to people who are unqualified. It's one thing to have leads coming in, and it's okay. You might have to have so many leads come in that before you have a certain amount that are qualified. So maybe 100 leads come in. Of 100 leads come in, 50% are qualified. Okay, fair. That's fair. It's like fishing. Okay, you're gonna fish where the pond are. All right, we're at the 14-minute mark. I've gone over time on this, so let me get into our next 2 segments that I love to do, which is one is celebrate wins. So I like to take a look and say what has worked well for us. What are you most proud of right now? Powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So, what are you most proud of over the last yesterday? I'll say that from your sales organization. What was your biggest accomplishment for your sales organization yesterday? What do you want to brag about yesterday from your sales organization? Don't tell me about last year. Don't tell me what you've been doing the last 6 months. Tell me about yesterday. And then we look at our challenges. Powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get what you focus on. So we know for a fact that we're not just doing this just to do this. There's going to be some challenges. There's going to be every day's not going to be rainbows, cupcakes, and unicorns, right? We've got some challenges. So what was your biggest roadblock yesterday? What's preventing you today from moving forward? And then what's the one thing you could do that if you did it would move your life and or business forward? Think about that for a moment. What's the one thing that you can do that only you could do that if you did it would move your life and or business forward? My message to you today is focus on adding value. In your sales strategy, just like you've seen earlier, the most important thing that you can do is make sure you're adding value. Don't chase the money, add value, and the money will chase you. So sometimes people get up every day and say, I got to go make the money. I got to punch the clock. I got to make the donuts. No. I'd rather you step and say, this morning, I've got to add value to someone's life. I've got to help them solve a problem. People will pay me today if I help them solve a problem today. Let me identify the problem, share our solution as a CEO and how we solve it. And they have to believe. See, that's the difference. You're saying, I can solve this problem, but they have to believe you can solve their problem. You can make their life better, and you can do it faster with less effort than if they did it themselves. And then once you do that, well, then you're able to serve. And selling equals service. And when you serve, you have more meaning in the world, which means you make more money. You have more impact in the world. That means you have more income. And you are able to make $1 and a difference at the same time. You do that, and you will see your sales go up. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown, the host of the CEO Sales Huddle. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to remind you that you're amazing. You're incredible. You've got so much greatness and potential inside of you. And as you're watching right now, I believe today is your January 1st. And because of that reason, your best is still yet to come. Isn't that great to know? Your best is yet to come. Your best is yet to come. That being said, I'm out. Peace. Go over to CEOSalesHuddle.com. I'll see you, well, on the other side. God bless, and keep doing God's work. We out of here. Bye-bye.